Hey y'all. Well, it's been a while since I've been on YouTube, and there's a reason for that. Since I've been writing on Vocal.media. It's a great site. Write stories, and you get paid for it. And I've written a few sports stories, and one thing I want to, and one of among the stories I've written about, I apologize for stuttering, involves the Canadian Football League, and it's back, and it's a slightly shortened season. It's 14 games in 16 weeks, and a quarter of the season is done. So we're going to this is the quarterly report. This is the quarterly report, and I'm going to do this every four weeks to the after the into the regular season, and it's been a fun season. I do love the CFL. It's an amazing year. I was just happy to have it back after protocols kept the season from actually happening last year. Um, yeah, week one was very amazing. Um, the opening game, the celebration of Winnipeg as the defending champions. Yes, they're the defending champions, even though their Grey Cup was 2019. Um, and they showed they still had that championship swagger when they beat Hamilton in the opening day, and and of course there was the game between the Riders and the Lions that was just, whoo! I still can't believe that. I still can't believe that Saskatchewan was up 3-1 nothing. They almost lost that game, and I remember thinking that's pretty concerning. That's pretty concerning. You go up 31-0 and you end up only winning by four. I mean, yeah, it's a Canadian Football League. Anything can happen. But that's pretty concerning. You go up 31-0, you almost lose it. But they held on and won. And the Argonauts, go Argos! Got that win in Calgary in week one. And Edmonton, I think it was Edmonton, the Edmonton Elks now. That was the news that came entering the season. It's the Edmonton Elks. They changed the name. It's similar to when Washington, Washington's NFL team changed the name. They'll actually, they're the Washington football team at the moment. I think they'll have a permanent name starting in 2022. But yeah, so Edmonton debuted as the repackaged Elks, and it was a nice close nail biter that ended with the Elks' attempt to win the game, fall very short, 1 yard short. Man, it was something else. And but that's how it started. That's how it started. That opening week, when I saw that stop, I went, I missed this league. I really did. And it's been a fun season so far. We're 4 weeks in, and the story so far. The story so far is in the West Division. Saskatchewan. Remember I said I was concerned about the Rough Riders after they nearly blew a 31-0 lead. Well, they're undefeated. Yeah, they're undefeated. They're the only undefeated team in the league, and yeah, they're just really doing it. They're just really doing it. They're showing out, and Edmonton, Edmonton's is needed was struggling, but they got their first win. But they couldn't kick off week four because they were the first team to be hit this season with a wave. I think it was 13 players tested positive. I think it's been better since then. So they'll get to play the Labor Day game against Calgary. But and Edmonton was supposed to head to Toronto that last Thursday, but that game ended up being postponed. But as I said, the West Division, Calgary, yeah, Winnipeg, they're 3-1. They're doing well. The only loss was to the Argonauts. BC's 2-2. I said Edmonton's 1-2. Calgary's the main concern. Calgary is 1-3. This is a team that last won the Grey Cup 3 years ago, and Bo Levi Mitchell struggled to start the season. They switched to Jake Meyer. That led to their one win, but they couldn't beat Winnipeg. They are 1-3 in a 14-game season. That's not good. That team is in trouble. Meanwhile, after one quarter of the season, the Argos are in first place. Yay! Yeah, the Argonauts are 2-1. We entered week 4 in first place, but that was kind of in jeopardy because we didn't play. But Hamilton and no, not Hamilton, Montreal and Ottawa both lost. So Toronto remains in first place at 2-1. The other 3 teams, the Red Blacks, the Tiger Cats, and the Alouettes, are 1-2. It's a close East Division. It's a very close East Division. And the East Division games, they haven't really started adding up yet. The first intra-division game in the East was week 4, Hamilton Montreal. Hamilton beat the Alouettes to get their first win of the season. And once those East Division games start happening, things are going to shape up because division play is very important in the CFL. It's very important. You need to win your division games, and that's another problem that Calgary's having. They are, I think is it 0-2? Yeah. I think it's 0-2. Their division record's not good, and you need to win your division games. If they lose the Labor Day game to Edmonton, I think they can just forget it. 1-4. There's no coming back from that. Hell, there's no coming back from that. Hell, NFL teams don't come back from 1-4. And there's a longer, and there's a, and in this case, it's a longer season this year. Of course, the normal CFL season is 18 games. This is 14 for this year. But if they drop to 1-4, they can forget it. They can forget about the playoffs. And just start playing for next year. But yeah, it's a hell of a start for the CFL season, and I can't wait to see what the remaining 12 weeks bring. Now here's something different I'm going to do. I wrote recaps of the first 4 weeks of the CFL season on Vocal. The links to all 4 will be featured on below this YouTube video, so check them out when you can. And as far as any YouTube recording, I remember I said I remember I promised over a month ago that I was going to recap. I was going to do a first half recap. I never got to it because I was been busy writing, but I think I'll do the usual. It's September now in baseball, so I'll do the usual recap on Sundays in this month, and of course the last Sunday of the season, October 3rd, as to where things stand. And the NFL's coming. I'll have my usual week by week recap, and I'll be writing those on Vocal too, and posting links to them on videos. So it's a new thing I'm doing. So again, the links to each of the recaps for the first 4 weeks of the season will be featured below this video. Check them out when you can, and hit as far as my YouTube page, hit like and subscribe. If you're a member of Vocal, there's a subscribe button. Please hit that, and I'll be back on YouTube on Sunday evening. So stay tuned.